Postseason high school baseball and softball on Eagle Communications Television, brought to you by Phase 2, your branding headquarters. Whether it be a business, team, event, or just something fun, no one beats our quality and customer service. Phase 2. Classic Quality Body Shop, locally owned and providing quality auto body care that's trusted by insurance companies and the community. Stop by for a free estimate. Classic Quality Body Shop. Discovery Drilling, a pure contract drilling firm. Established in 1994 with one rig and now operating 4 rigs throughout western and central Kansas. Discovery Drilling. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, providing you and your neighbor with mowing, tree removal, and trimming, plus more. That's Paul's Lawn and Tree Service. Master Cleaners, where they offer a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery. Master Cleaners. Steel Fabrications. Does welding, machine work, iron sales, no project too large or too small. They can break it, shear it, or bend it, or even weld it. Steel Fabrications. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. Buying or selling, you can expect honesty, integrity, and a high level of care. Patty Bacon-Rind Appraising, a leading provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace with many years of experience. Patty Bacon-Rind Appraising. Taco Grande on Vine and Hayes since 1960. Don't forget, Taco Grande delivers. 628-1413. Tiger Burger, a 50s-style diner for the whole family on South Main, specializing in sliders, but they have something for everyone and the most delicious shakes. Plus, they deliver. 621-8000. Vidstem Carpet One of Hayes, established in 1945 as a family-owned floor covering custom interiors business, offering the customer the largest selection around. Vidstem Carpet One of Hayes. TMP Marion. Although the student body is predominantly Catholic, TMP Marion welcomes all faiths and is committed to making the years that students spend at school meaningful. They have a professional and dedicated staff that is willing to bring out the best in every student every day. Eagle Communications, the home of high-speed internet, local television, cable television, home telephone service, and radio. Eagle is everything you imagine. Postseason high school baseball and softball on Eagle Communications Television, brought to you by Phase 2, your branding headquarters. Whether it be a business, team, event, or just something fun, no one beats our quality and customer service. Phase 2. Classic Quality Body Shop, locally owned and providing quality auto body care that's trusted by insurance companies and the community. Stop by for a free estimate. Classic Quality Body Shop. Discovery Drilling, a pure contract drilling firm. Established in 1994 with one rig and now operating 4 rigs throughout western and central Kansas. Discovery Drilling. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, providing you and your neighbor with mowing, tree removal, and trimming, plus more. That's Paul's Lawn and Tree Service. Master Cleaners, where they offer a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery. Master Cleaners. Steel Fabrications. Does welding, machine work, iron sales, no project too large or too small. They can break it, shear it, or bend it, or even weld it. Steel Fabrications. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. Buying or selling, you can expect honesty, integrity, and a high level of care. Patty Bacon-Rind Appraising, a leading provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace with many years of experience. Patty Bacon-Rind Appraising. Taco Grande on Vine and Hayes since 1960. Don't forget, Taco Grande delivers. 628-1413. Tiger Burger, a 50s-style diner for the whole family on South Main, specializing in sliders, but they have something for everyone and the most delicious shakes. Plus, they deliver. 621-8000. Vidstem Carpet One of Hayes, established in 1945 as a family-owned floor covering custom interiors business, offering the customer the largest selection around. Vidstem Carpet One of Hayes. TMP Marion. Although the student body is predominantly Catholic, TMP Marion welcomes all faiths and is committed to making the years that students spend at school meaningful. They have a professional and dedicated staff that is willing to bring out the best in every student every day. Eagle Communications, the home of high-speed internet, local television, cable television, home telephone service, and radio. Eagle is everything you imagine. Postseason high school baseball and softball on Eagle Communications Television, brought to you by Phase 2, your branding headquarters. Whether it be a business, team, event, or just something fun, no one beats our quality and customer service. Phase 2. Classic Quality Body Shop, locally owned and providing quality auto body care that's trusted by insurance companies and the community. Stop by for a free estimate. Classic Quality Body Shop. Discovery Drilling, a pure contract drilling firm. Established in 1994 with 1 rig and now operating 4 rigs throughout western and central Kansas. Discovery Drilling. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, providing you and your neighbor with mowing, tree removal, and trimming, plus more. It's Paul's Lawn and Tree Service. Master Cleaners, where they offer a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery. Master Cleaners. Steel Fabrications, does welding, machine work, iron sales, no project too large or too small. They can break it, shear it, or bend it, or even weld it. Steel Fabrications. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, buying or selling, you can expect honesty, integrity, and a high level of care. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, a leading provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace with many years of experience. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising. Taco Grande on Vine and Hayes since 1960. Don't forget, Taco Grande delivers. 628-1413. Tiger Burger, a 50s-style diner for the whole family on South Main, specializing in sliders, but they have something for everyone and the most delicious shakes. Plus, they deliver. 621-8000. Vidstem Carpet One of Hayes, established in 1945 as a family-owned floor covering custom interiors business, offering the customer the largest selection around. Vidstem Carpet One of Hayes. TMP Marion. Although the student body is predominantly Catholic, TMP Marion welcomes all faiths and is committed to making the years that students spend at school meaningful. They have a professional and dedicated staff that is willing to bring out the best in every student every day. Eagle Communications, the home of high-speed internet, local television, cable television, home telephone service, and radio. Eagle is everything you imagine. Postseason high school baseball and softball on Eagle Communications Television, brought to you by Phase 2, your branding headquarters. Whether it be a business, team, event, or just something fun, no one beats our quality and customer service. Phase 2. Classic Quality Body Shop, locally owned and providing quality auto body care that's trusted by insurance companies and the community. Stop by for a free estimate. Classic Quality Body Shop. Discovery Drilling, a pure contract drilling firm. Established in 1994 with 1 rig and now operating 4 rigs throughout western and central Kansas. Discovery Drilling. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, providing you and your neighbor with mowing, tree removal, and trimming, plus more. It's Paul's Lawn and Tree Service. Master Cleaners, where they offer a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery. Master Cleaners. Steel Fabrications, does welding, machine work, iron sales, no project too large or too small. They can break it, shear it, or bend it, or even weld it. Steel Fabrications. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, buying or selling, you can expect honesty, integrity, and a high level of care. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, a leading provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace with many years of experience. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising. Taco Grande on Vine and Hayes since 1960. Don't forget, Taco Grande delivers. 628-1413. Tiger Burger, a 50s-style diner for the whole family on South Main, specializing in sliders, but they have something for everyone and the most delicious shakes. Plus, they deliver. 621-8000. Vidstem Carpet One of Hayes, established in 1945 as a family-owned floor covering custom interiors business, offering the customer the largest selection around. Vidstem Carpet One of Hayes. TMP Marion. Although the student body is predominantly Catholic, TMP Marion welcomes all faiths and is committed to making the years that students spend at school meaningful. They have a professional and dedicated staff that is willing to bring out the best in every student every day. Eagle Communications, the home of high-speed internet, local television, cable television, home telephone service, and radio. Eagle is everything you imagine. Postseason high school baseball and softball on Eagle Communications Television, brought to you by Phase 2, your branding headquarters. Whether it be a business, team, event, or just something fun, no one beats our quality and customer service. Phase 2. Classic Quality Body Shop, locally owned and providing quality auto body care that's trusted by insurance companies and the community. Stop by for free estimate. Classic Quality Body Shop. Discovery Drilling, a pure contract drilling firm, established in 1994 with 1 rig and now operating 4 rigs throughout western and central Kansas. Discovery Drilling. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, providing you and your neighbor with mowing, tree removal, and trimming, plus more. It's Paul's Lawn and Tree Service. Master Cleaners, where they offer a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery. Master Cleaners. Steel Fabrications, does welding, machine work, iron sales, no project too large or too small. They can break it, shear it, or bend it, or even weld it. Steel Fabrications. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. Buying or selling, you can expect honesty, integrity, and a high level of care. Patty Bacon-Rind Appraising, a leading provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace with many years of experience. Patty Bacon-Rind Appraising. Taco Grande on Vine and Hayes since 1960. Don't forget, Taco Grande delivers. 628-1413. Tiger Burger, a 50s-style diner for the whole family on South Main, specializing in sliders, but they have something for everyone and the most delicious shakes. Plus, they deliver. 621-8000. Vidstem Carpet One of Hayes, established in 1945 as a family-owned floor covering custom interiors business, offering the customer the largest selection around. Vidstem Carpet One of Hayes. TMP Marion. Although the student body is predominantly Catholic, TMP Marion welcomes all faiths and is committed to making the years that students spend at school meaningful. They have a professional and dedicated staff that is willing to bring out the best in every student every day. Eagle Communications, the home of high-speed internet, local television, cable television, home telephone service, and radio. Eagle is everything you imagine. Postseason high school baseball and softball on Eagle Communications Television, brought to you by Phase 2, your branding headquarters. Whether it be a business, team, event, or just something fun, no one beats our quality and customer service. Phase 2. Classic Quality Body Shop, locally owned and providing quality auto body care that's trusted by insurance companies and the community. Stop by for free estimate. Classic Quality Body Shop. Discovery Drilling, a pure contract drilling firm, established in 1994 with 1 rig and now operating 4 rigs throughout western and central Kansas. Discovery Drilling. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, providing you and your neighbor with mowing, tree removal, and trimming, plus more. It's Paul's Lawn and Tree Service. Master Cleaners, where they offer a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery. Master Cleaners. Steel Fabrications, does welding.
And 9 on the season. They are the number 7 seed. So we welcome you aboard here in this one. Monarchs in those home blue jerseys with the white Monarchs across the, or the gray Monarch across the front, or the white Monarch trimmed in the gray. Meanwhile, the white numbers as well for the Monarchs, and they've got the white pants, the dark blue stripe down the side. Meanwhile, Beloit's in their orange jerseys with the black numbers and letters trimmed in white. There you go with the gray pants, the black stripe. That's our uniform update. It is presented by Phase 2 uniform update. From business polos to team gear, your first choice should be Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery. No minimum order plus a quick turnaround time. Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery is just out fine next to Big D's Rental in Hayes. So the Monarchs starter Colby Dreiling set to go here in this one, and he'll face Hudson Smith, Grant Aerosmith, and Dalton Delzite to lead it off here for the Beloit Trojans. And again, Beloit the host, but because of some field conditions, they have moved to the semifinals and finals to Concordia on Wednesday. Monarchs and the Trojans about ready to go. Of course, 3A softball also getting underway here a little bit later on this afternoon here in Hayes at the Monarch Sports Complex, as the Lady Monarchs getting set to take on Plainville Stockton for a 4th time this year as they battle over there in a few minutes, about a half hour or so, as we are about ready for our first pitch of this brawl game, brought to you by Steel Fabrications, and it is a first pitch that misses away from the Monarchs starter Colby Dreiling. He comes in with an 8-1 record, as he is ready to deliver on the 1-0. This will be ripped left side. Third baseman Eston Brown fields it with a good throw to first. And just like that, a couple of pitches on the Monarchs have one down into the inning, as Eston Brown over there at third will run through the Monarch infield for Ethan Atherton gets the start at first. Mason Robbins is the second baseman. Mitch Brown there at third, with Freddie Kreitzer getting the start at shortstop. Here's the number 2 hitter who's right after the first pitch he sees. It's Harris Smith, and he will line out to Robbins at second for the second out of the inning. So 3 pitches and 2 down here so far for Colby Dreiling. Couldn't ask for a better start for the Monarch starter, as he gets a couple of outs before he faces a left-handed hitting Dalton Delzite, the center fielder. He comes in with a 244 average on the season, and the first pitch to him is an outspeed pitch that's in there for a strike. So already 2 down here in the Beloit half of the first is Ethan Dreiling, or Colby Dreiling, rather, working here in this first with 2 down, and how he throws it behind the number 3 hitter Delzite, who nearly got hit on the foot or the ankle there. And so they count even at a ball and a strike. And the 1-1 is going to be pulled foul down that first base line. Monarchs Dreiling comes in with that 8-1 record. Has really pitched well all year long for the Monarchs. He's been steady out there on the mound. He has earned a win in 8 straight starts. He suffered a loss against Garden City the first time out, and then has won 8 in a row, making his 10th appearance here out in front of a breaking ball that will be popped up in the infield. First baseman Atherton will make the play, and the Trojans go in order, and they're half of the first. Monarchs will get their first turn at the plate after this on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything, so can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
This is Eagle TV.
Monarchs Athletics brought to you in part by Heartland Building Center, Midwest Energy, USAFE Pharmacy, Gibbs Auto Supply, and Horizon Appliance. Arthur Zeger back with you as the Monarchs will get their first chance at the plate. After Beloit was retired in order, Monarchs will have Tyson Dinkel, Jace Whitling, and Brady Kreitzer due up. The top third of the Monarch lineup to face Walker Schaefer. He's a 2-4 record for the starter for the Beloit Trojans, and Walker Schaefer, he comes in with that 2.40 ERA, and his last appearance was in Game 1 of their doubleheader back on April the 26th at home against Abilene. He went 6 innings, but gave up 10 hits, 9 runs, 4 of them were earned on those 10 hits. Really his worst performance of the season. His last time out, and Schaefer delivers on a first pitch that misses inside of the Monarch leadoff hitter Tyson Dinkel. He comes in hitting .418 on the season, and Tyson has really been a good key at the top, good cog at the top of this lineup, and Schaefer's pitch is in there for a strike to even the count. At a ball and a strike for the Monarchs junior, the leadoff hitter. Tyson Dinkel scored a run in 14 of his last 15 games at the top of this Monarch order, and he'll line this one into the left center field gap, and that's going to get down for a base hit as Bean kind of overran it, and a big turn there at second allows the Monarch leadoff hitter Tyson Dinkel to reach on a leadoff double, so a good start for the Monarchs as Dinkel was able to lift that ball into the gap out there into left center field, and the left fielder Bean could not track it down, and so a leadoff man on for the Monarchs, and that'll bring up the catcher Jason Whitling with nobody down as Whitling, the left-handed hitter, waits on the first pitch from Schaefer, and he'll go after it and foul it out of play, foul down that left side. So Monarchs in business here early with that leadoff double for Tyson Dinkel, which gives him, after a 3-game hit streak was snapped, and his 16 of 17 game hit streak was snapped in that loss to Colby in Game 2 of the doubleheader. He starts this one out for the double. Here's a little blooper. That is foul down the third base line. That one nearly in the left field, got behind the bag. Instead, it'll slice foul for Whitling, who falls behind the counts. No balls and 2 strikes. For the starter, Walker Schaefer. Again, interesting that for Beloit, they've had their last 2 doubleheaders canceled, and a pitch from Schaefer that is called a ball, and so it's a ball and 2 strikes. They haven't played in a couple of weeks, and Schaefer made an appearance in, actually got the start. So this will be his 7th start of the season. He started Game 1 of that doubleheader with Abilene and suffered his 4th loss of the year, and now a pitch that is blocked behind the plate by Chitty, and the count runs to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The leadoff man out on for the Monarchs in the form of Tyson Dinkel, who doubled. And now a 2-2 count here for the Monarchs catcher Jace Whitling, hitting .333 on the spring, and he'll rip this one to the right side, and it's going to get down in front of the right fielder for a base hit, and the Monarchs have the first 2 runners on. So right fielder Prohaska had to kind of hesitate. He hesitated, and that made Dinkel have to kind of hold as well. Looked like Prohaska had a chance to catch that ball. Instead, gets down for a base hit, and the Monarchs have runners to the corners. And that'll bring up their number 3 hitter, Brady Kreitzer. I don't think you want anybody else at the plate if you're the Monarchs at this point in time. Brady's hitting 14 straight. He is hitting over that time .565 as he waits on the first pitch from Walker Schaefer. Monarchs have runners at the corners. Whitling will go to second, and no throw. They'll just throw it right back to the pitcher Schaefer, and now the Monarchs have 2 in scoring position, all ready to start out this ball game with nobody down. I'll say leadoff double for Tyson Dinkel and a single followed up by Whitling, and now Kreitzer with a line drive and a diving catch made by the shortstop Smith. What a good play by Hudson Smith as he took a potential base hit that would score a couple of runs for the Monarchs. Brady Kreitzer away as that one was hit on a line, but Smith made a good play there at the shortstop position. And so there's one down here after the line outs for the Monarchs. And that'll bring up Carson Jacobs. Carson hit his second home run of the season in that doubleheader against Gray Bend last Thursday. And the first pitch is going to be right back up the middle, and this will get down for a base hit. That's going to allow the runner to score, and then it got past the center fielder. That's going to allow 2 runs to score, and Jacobs keeps running. Carson around to third. He'll slide in head first, and the Monarchs have their first 2 runs of the ball game thanks to an error in center field. It'll be a 2-run base hit, and then going to third is Jacobs on the air. So Carson will drive in a run, and the second run will be because of the air, but the Monarchs take a 2-0 lead on the air by Delzide after the base hit by Carson Jacobs, and 2 runners come in to score, and Jacobs is on third for Eston Brown, and the first pitch to Brown is called a ball. So Eston ahead here in the count as the Monarchs have 2 runners across already here and nobody down as Brown takes a pitch inside. Jacobs will get credit for the RBI double. Whitling then scores on the air. Jacobs goes to third on the air, and here's a ball pulled into the left center gap. That's going to get down for a base hit for Eston Brown, and another miscue in the outfield allows Brown to go to second, and Carson Jacobs will come in and score. The Monarchs get another run across. They lead 3-0, and still no outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. Brown will drive in a run and then go to second out there as well. And that is a 2-base hit for the Monarch third baseman and number 5 hitter Eston Brown, and the Monarchs lead 3-0 here with nobody down in the first. Breaking ball misses high from Walker Schaefer to the Monarch number 6 hitter Colby Dreiling. Dreiling hitting .317 with 12 RBIs on the season. And he is hit safely in 4 straight. He'll go after this one, line it to the left side. Shortstop Smith with a deep catch in the hole and a good strong throw to first to get Dreiling out at first. And now there are 2 down. Going to third on the play was Eston Brown. And there are 2 down in the inning. That was a good play in the hole by Hudson Smith. He had to go deep to his right to make the play, and then a good strong throw, able to get Dreiling over there at first. So Monarchs now with 2 down the inning for Ethan Atherton. And that runner, Eston Brown, out there at third. He had that RBI base hit a moment ago, and now Atherton right back up the middle. That's going to score a run. Monarchs will plate their 4th run of this first inning thanks to the RBI single for Ethan Atherton. And now the 8th man to come to the plate here in the inning for the Monarchs is Mason Robbins with 2 down. Monarchs take advantage of a miscue for Beloit, but also they have done a great job jumping all over Walker Schaefer so far, who has struggled in this first inning. As Mason Robbins hitting .358 on the spring, watches the first pitch miss inside. It's all started with that leadoff double for Tyson Dinkle. Jason Welling with a single. And with 1 out, Carson Jacobs an RBI double. Went to third on an error. Here's a breaking ball that misses low. Snap throw to first. And back in time is Atherton. First baseman Valley couldn't hold on to it anyway. And so the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Monarchs got a RBI double from Eston Brown. And then an RBI single from Ethan Atherton. And another breaking ball misses inside to Mason Robbins, and he's ahead 3 balls and no strikes. Schaefer came in the 2-4 record and a 2.40 ERA. Again, his last outing was his roughest. He gave up 9 runs. Just 4 of them were earned, but all both season highs. And now he hits Robbins inside, and this will be the 9th man to come to the plate here in the inning for the Monarchs as they'll bat around with Noah Gibson coming to the plate. Home plate umpire and the umpire who was in on the infield allowing a moment for Schaefer's. In fact, the home plate umpire tracks out a ball on the warning track. He ran that ball out there to Schaefer's. He's trying to gather himself. The Monarchs have 2 down, but have already scored 4 runs here in the inning to lead 4-0, and they have runners at first and second with 2 down, and Noah Gibson will come to the plate. Schaefer comes set and ready to deliver to the junior. It's a breaking ball that misses inside. Gibson comes in a .312 hitter. He's the designated hitter today. The junior was 2 for 2, scored a couple of runs in that second game of the doubleheader against Colby. And Schaefer now misses inside. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. In fact, Gibson has reached base in 3 of his last 4 contests with a base hit and 2 straight. As the junior calls for time and is granted it at home plate. Monarchs already out to a 4-0 lead thanks to 5 hits here in the inning. Atherton's at second, Robbins at first, and the pitch to Gibson is in there for a strike. Now it's 2 balls and a strike to Noah Gibson, the junior. Getting .312 on the spring. He's the 9th man to come to the plate here in this first inning for the Monarchs. And the breaking ball drops in there for a strike, and Schaefer evens the count here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Monarchs already out to a 4-0 lead here in this bottom half of this first inning. Schaefer comes set. Here's the 2-2, another breaking ball. Gibson will pop this one up on the infield. Hudson Smith, the shortstop, will make the play, but the Monarchs are able to send 9 to the plate. They score 4 runs on 5 hits. There was an error on the Trojans. Monarchs after 1 on top 4-0 on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969. or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Shorman, President and CEO of Eagle Communications, a 100% employee-owned company. I'd like to personally thank you for selecting Eagle for your internet, television, and telephone service. By choosing Eagle, you're choosing to keep your dollars local with a company that reinvests back in your community. Let's make this a great year for your community. Check us out at eaglecom.net. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
This is Eagle TV.
Back into the TMP Marion Sports Complex. Jonathan Sucker back with you as the Monarchs lead 4-0. And the first pitch, a little off-speed pitch from Robbie Dreiling here to start out inning number 2 to Walker Schaefer is in for a strike as Dreiling jumps ahead here. And now Schaefer will pop this one into center field, and Carson Jacobs with a couple of steps in, and he'll make the play to retire Schaefer for out number 1. As Dreiling able to retire the leadoff hitter here in the second inning. Schaefer with a fly out. That'll bring up Eilert. And the first pitch to Eilert misses away. This is Braxton Eilert, the second baseman. Comes in hitting just $140 on the season. Dreiling missed away on that first pitch. Here's the 1-0 that misses high. And so he's falling behind now. 2-0 with Hunter Prohaska waiting in the on-deck circle. And the 2-0 is going to miss high, and it's 3-0. Dreiling cruised through that previous inning, able to retire the side in order. A little bit of trouble here, and on 4 pitches, he will walk Eilert. And that'll bring Hunter Prohaska, the right fielder, to the plate. Prohaska hitting .324. He's among the team's leaders in batting average for Prohaska. After that, a walk surrender by Dreiling. He'll deliver a pitch that just misses. And so Prohaska able to jump ahead here on now 5 straight out of the zone for Dreiling, and he'll miss wide on this one, and it's 6 straight. So he's lost the zone just a little bit. Has Colby Dreiling. He gave up a season-high 4 walks his last time out in that matchup with Colby. Monarchs were able to overcome and pick up the victory in game 1 of that doubleheader. Taking all the way is Prohaska, and there's a strike. It's 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first following the walk is Braxton Eilert. And this will be chopped on the left side. Kreitzer, the shortstop, will go to Robbins for 1. On to first, and it's a double play to get out of the inning. So the Monarchs are able to erase that. So 1-out walk with a double play. They lead through an inning and a half, 4-0 on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
For choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
This is Eagle TV.
Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Seal Fabrications, Next Tech, Discount Siding, Lewis Automotive Group, and Lifetime Dental Care. Seal Fabrications brought you our opening, or our first pitch of today's ball game. And whether you need built it fit or whether you need it built, fixed, welded, or sandblasted, look no further than Steel Fabrications on East Highway 40 in Hayes. Steel Fabrications, the Ironmen of Western Kansas. Well, after sitting 9 to the plate in their half of the first, Monarchs lead 4-0, and their leadoff hitter Tyson Dinkle takes a first pitch that is called a ball. Dinkle was able to reach on that double, then came around to score to give the Monarchs a 1-0 lead. They would plate 3 more in the inning and now lead 4-0, and a breaking ball that is inside as Dinkle leans out of the way of that one. So for Tyson Dinkle, he scored a run in 16, make it 15 of 16 games. And the doubleheader finale against Colby is Schaefer lost it inside again and nearly hit Dinkle on a second straight pitch. And Tyson is ahead here, 3 balls and no strikes in that doubleheader against Colby in game 2. Dinkle was 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts as he failed to reach. He'll take ball 4 here, and he's got a leadoff walk, so he's on for the second time. That game against Colby was the first time in 14 straight that Dinkle had not scored a run. It also snapped a 3-game hit streak that he had in that loss to Colby, but he bounces back here and has already got a double and a run scored and a walk at the top of that Monarch lineup for Jason Whitling, the Monarch catcher. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that is in there for a strike. Chitty, the catcher behind home plate, thought about a quick snap throw to first, but Dinkle was able to get back in time. Chitty, the battery mate for Schaefer. As Schaefer will come set and miss wide. And evens the count at a ball and a strike. Valley's at first. Braxton Eilert is the second baseman. Grant Aerosmith, the third baseman. Hudson Smith, the shortstop. And the outfield is Bean, Delzite, and Prohaska from left to right. Just take a look at that Beloit starting defense. And now a 1-1 misses wide to Whitling, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Monarchs already with 4 across in their bottom half of the first to lead 4-0. They sit 9 men to the plates and have the leadoff man on here in the second. Schaefer comes set, and he hit Whitling on the foot, and the first 2 batters of the second inning have reached for the Monarchs. A walk and then a hit by pitch. Have runners at first and second, and now a quick mound meeting here for the Beloit Trojans as we'll see. This may be it. In fact, it will be. That'll be it for Hunter Schaefer. And we're going to have a pitching change. We'll tell you about the pitching change when we come back. Monarchs already on top 4-0, and they've got a couple of runners on here in the top of the second on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Shorman, President and CEO of Eagle Communications, a 100% employee-owned company. I'd like to personally thank you for selecting Eagle for your internet, television, and telephone service. By choosing Eagle, you're choosing to keep your dollars local with a company that reinvests back in your community. Let's make this a great year for your community. Check us out at eaglecom.net. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
This is Eagle TV.
Beloit Trojans is Braxton Eilert making his 8th appearance. It'll be just his 2nd relief appearance as the Trojans turn it over to Braxton Eilert as he comes in relief of the starter Walker Schaefer. And Schaefer goes an inning plus. He's responsible for the 2-minute first and seconds. So you can't quite close the door on him. Eilert, the senior, comes in with a record of 3-2, a 5.16 ERA, and 25 1/3 innings pitched. He has given up 18 earned runs, 31 total in those 25 1/3 innings pitched. He does have 13 strikeouts over that time and just 9 walks. And he throws the first pitch to the backstop. That'll allow the runners to advance as Tyson Dinkel goes to third. And going to second is Jace Whitling. Some Monarchs have runners at second and third now for Brady Kreitzer, who's ahead here, a ball and a strike. Kreitzer had that line out to Hudson Smith, the shortstop, back in the first. Monarchs lead 4-0, and the pitch to Kreitzer will bounce to the backstop, and Dinkel's going to race home and slide in with no throw, and so Tyson Dinkel comes in to score, and the Monarchs had their 5th run of the contest, back-to-back wild pitches. And not a way that Braxton Eilert wanted to come in here as he's allowed runners to advance and then come in and score on back-to-back wild pitches, and still nobody down. And after this 2-0 offering is Kreitzer, but he pulls it foul down that third base line. Eilert gives up that run on the wild pitch. That's charged to Schaefer, and now here's a base hit to the left side as Brady Kreitzer will drive in a run with an RBI single. So he gets it into left center field, and Jace Whitling coming in to score. As the Monarchs take a 6-0 lead on the RBI single from Brady Kreitzer. That means Carson Jacobs will get a chance to hit with still nobody out here in the second inning. Monarchs already with 2 across here in the second to lead 6-0. Jacobs doubled in a run and then came in to score on the Esther Brown double back in that first inning. And the first pitch is in there for a strike from Braxton Eilert, making appearance number 8 of the season. And off and running for second is Kreitzer. A little half check swing for Jacobs. I'll say he chased, and a stolen base for Brady Kreitzer, as he'll put himself in scoring position with that stolen base. Brady now 12 for 15 on stolen base attempts this spring. Jacobs behind here 0-2, and this will be popped up on the right side into right field. Prohaska coming in will make the play for the first down of the inning. So one down, and that'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Eston Brown. Eston had himself an RBI double and scored on the Ethan Atherton single back in that first inning. The Monarchs leading 6-0. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Eilert settled in just a little bit after back-to-back wild pitches resulted in a run for the Monarchs. Kreitzer followed that up with that RBI single, and this one will miss low, and it evens the count at a ball and a strike. For Brown, mentioned that 315 average. Now here's a throwback to second, but the second baseman, who is the pitcher, or was the starting pitcher, is now Schaefer. He wasn't covering the bag, and Kreitzer's back easily. Eilert looks in and gets a sign from Dalton Chitty. Here's the pitch. Brown chops it left side, and it's underneath the glove of the third baseman. Hudson Smith makes a great diving play, but getting to third anyway, just ahead of the tag, is Brady Kreitzer. That ball went under the glove of Grant Aerosmith, and a great diving play by Hudson Smith, the shortstop behind him, but Kreitzer was able to get to the bag at third.
Monarchs on the corner.
And so the Monarchs have runners at the corners now, after Eston Brown was able to reach, and that'll bring up Colby Dreiling, the number 6 hitter for the Monarchs. Brown's going to take second with no throw as the pitch is in there for a strike. Monarchs, Eston Brown able to get into scoring position as Colby Dreiling waits here on the 0-1 offering, and he's out in front of that, so now it's 0-2. So on the air, Brown reaches. He's on at second. Kreitzer advanced to third on the play as well, and now this one is bounced to the plate as Eilert spiked it just at the edge of the grass, and a good job by Chitty behind home plate to keep it in front of him. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes for Colby Dreiling. 317 hitter on the spring. Waits on the pitch. Couple of runners on. He's handcuffed. He'll hit it to the left side. Shortstop Smith will go to first and get the out. But a run does come in and score on the ground out as Dreiling will play to run as Kreitzer will come into play on come in to score on the play. And that'll bring up Ethan Atherton as the Monarchs add another and take a 7-0 lead. Atherton, who has an RBI single in this one, with 2 down. Brown is on at third. Base hit would score another, and this one misses wide from Eilert. 2 down in the inning. Monarchs number 7 hitter Atherton hitting 300 on the spring. Waits on this pitch that misses low, and it's 2-0. 2 down in the inning. Monarchs already with a 7-0 lead here in the bottom of this second inning. Eilert will come set. This one back up the middle. Slow roller. Smith, shortstop, fielded cleanly, and the throw to first is in time. The Monarchs will play 3 more in the inning, and we go to the third. TMP leading 7-0 over the Trojans of the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
For choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style classic quality body shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
This is Eagle TV.
Top of the third we go, back to the mound, Colby John.
7-0 Monarchs with the lead. Monarch Athletics brought to you by Insurance Planning, Dave's Auto Repair, High Plains Farm Credit, Edward Jones, Daryl Jeff, Linda Simel, and Ellis County Abstract and Title. We do need to get you a station break. We'll do so here in just a minute as Monarchs Colby Dreiling set to go here to start inning number 3, and he misses high with his second offering. In fact, so he'll fall behind here. 2 balls and no strikes to Dalton Chitty, the catcher. He's the number 7 hitter for the Trojans, and this will be popped up on the infield. Tough play for Kreitzer, but the shortstop will make a good running play on the little flare outs, and there is one down after the catch in the middle of the diamond. Let's go ahead and pause for station identification on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
Brady Kreitzer makes the catch out right on the fringe to the plate. Braden B.
First pitch in there for a strike to Braden Bean, the Trojan left fielder, with 1 down in the inning. And now Dreiling misses inside to even the count at a ball and a strike as he went with the breaking ball that time. Monarchs already 4 across in their half of the first, 3 across in the second to lead 7-0. As here's a ball that is fouled back to the backstop, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. Trojans got a base runner back in the second, but it was erased on that double play. And now here's the 1-2 that'll be chopped to the right side, and Mason Robbins, the second baseman, able to come up with it for out number 2 and a good strong throw to first. And so that'll bring up Kyler Valley, the first baseman.
Number 2 brings to the plate, number 2, first baseman, Kyler Valley.
Hitting .243 on the spring. Valley getting his first plate appearance against the Monarch starter Dreiling, who delivers on a first pitch that is a breaking ball. It was a little half check by Valley at home. Sure looked like he went around, but instead they will say it is not there. He was able to hold up, so it's 1-0. And now Dreiling pumps at a strike on a good pitch that evens the count at a ball and a strike. Monarchs lead 7-0. A good performance so far for Dreiling. Here's a little pop-up that's going to be out of play down the over the backstop. And so Colby Dreiling ahead here in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Had a pop out on the infield, a ground out. So now here's the 1-2. That is just a little bit wide. Went like behind home plate, tried to frame it for strike 3. Instead, it evens the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Dreiling will come sit, or rather a 2-2, and the 2-2 will miss wide, and now the count is run full. Number 9 hitter Kyler Valley, doing .243 with 6 runs driven in on the season. As Dreiling comes set, here's the 3-2 to Valley. Breaking ball, swung on a miss for strike 3. And the Trojans go in order in their half of the third. We go to the bottom of the Monarchs' third, where they already lead 7-0 on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
It's time to explore the great indoors.
Grandpa, you know how to play this game?
Where snacks are shared with smiles.
Really? Another romantic comedy, Sarah?
And family time comes first.
Movie night is my favorite night.
Explore the great indoors with Eagle Communications with TV and internet starting at $84.99 for 2 years.
Eagle Communications is your ultimate business partner. We provide business class phone with customizable features and fast, reliable internet. Your knowledgeable team at Technology Solutions has a broad base of IT services to meet your needs. Let the experts at Marketing Solutions get your message to the right people on the best platforms. The only piece missing is your business. Call Eagle Communications today at 877-61-EAGLE.
Favorite kind of beer, and for you I'll always keep that stock so strong.
Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Steak Lots Company, Thomas More Prep Mary and Highfield Abstract and Title, Taco Shop, Roof Masters, and Jeter Law Firm. Monarchs leading 7-0 as we head here to the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Mason Robbins, Noah Gibson, and then back to the top of the order in Tyson Dinkle. So it's the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Monarchs. We batted around in the first, sit 7 of the plate in the second inning. And now Robbins to lead it off. On the first pitch, he fouls the ball back to the backstop. Eilert had him reaching a little bit for that one. Robbins was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance, but was stranded on the base pass. Now a pitch that is wide, and it's 1-1 to Mason Robbins. Do need to close the door on Walker Schaefer. He'll go 1+ innings in the start for the Trojans. Gives up 5, make it 6 runs. All 6 were earned. Here's the pitch that'll be pulled to the left side, and this one will get down for a base hit for Mason Robbins. So Robbins with a leadoff single into right center field for the Monarchs. So he's on base for a second time, and now the number 9 hitter, the designated hitter Noah Gibson, will come to the plate. Again, quickly, Schaefer goes 1+ innings, gives up 6 runs, all of them earned on 5 hits. He did walk 1 and did not have a strikeout in the contest. And again, out there in relief is Braxton Eilert, and the first pitch to Gibson is a ball from Eilert. Noah Gibson, the designated hitter, popped out to the shortstop Smith his last time, and the pitch is going to be swung on and missed, and stealing second is Mason Robbins. So he's able to steal his 6th base of the season, still a perfect 6 for 6, and Gibson did swing through that pitch, and it evens the count at a ball and a strike. Just the 1 inning of relief, or pitching for Walker Schaefer, his shortest outing of the season, and now Eilert misses a little bit high. And the count 2 balls and a strike. Robbins out there at second in scoring position. They'll check on him, and the pitch misses inside, and it's 3-1. Gibson then back to the top of the order in Dinkle. Chase Whitling and Brady Kreitzer all with a chance to come to the plate if the Monarchs can keep it up. Already with 7 across so far, and 2 1/3 in 2+ innings, and that'll be ball 4 on a 3-1 that missed wide. Throw back to the pitcher, gets away, but not far enough to where Monarch can advance. So after the walk, that'll allow Tyson Dinkle to come to the plate. Second walk so far surrendered by the Beloit pitching, and inside that nearly hits Dinkle as he leans out of the way. Tyson does have one of those 2 walks. Monarchs also have 2 that were hit by pitches so far in this one. There was a first and second, and this one misses inside as well. And it's 2-0. Make it 3-0 now after that pitch missed inside. No, it is 2-1. So leadoff single by Robbins. He then stole second, and the walk by Gibson puts runners at first and second as Tyson Dinkle will foul this one back to the backstop. Dinkel's been on base twice already, had a leadoff double, scored a run, walked, advanced on a wild pitch, and then eventually came in to score on that wild pitch. And a breaking ball is inside. Now it's 3-1. Tyson Dinkel, the Monarch leadoff hitter, hitting .418 coming in with 12 RBIs and 7 stolen bases, and he'll take ball 4. It's the second walk of the ball game for Tyson Dinkel, and that'll load the bases on back-to-back walks for Braxton Eilerts. And now Welling will come to the plate. Jace Welling has a single, scored a run, and now he gets hit with the bases loaded. And for the second time in the ballgame, Jace Welling will get hit by a pitch, but this one stings as he'll make his way down to first, but it plates a run as the Monarchs will score their 8th run of the contest. And with the bases loaded, Mason Robbins comes in to score, and it's a painful way to earn an RBI. But Welling will drive in his first run of the contest as he will have a courtesy runner come in for him. That'll be Bryce Seib that will run for Jace, and he gets a nice round of applause as he awarded that one in an effort to drive in the 8th Monarch run here of the contest so far, and that brings up Brady Kreitzer, and Kreitzer can't hold up on a first pitch that ran away from him, and so it's no balls and a strike. Kreitzer lined out to the shortstop in the first, had a single that drove in a run, stole a base and scored a run, and now he'll foul this one back to the screen, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. He reached back in the second with that RBI single, and again stole his 12th base of the season, and also came in to score after that RBI single, and the pitch missed inside, nearly hit him. For Wentling, that's the second time he's been hit in the contest. It's the 3rd Monarch to have been hit so far. Again, it does play to run with the bases loaded, still loaded, and Kreitzer will pull this on the left side. Smith will go to second for 1. Schaefer's throw to first is not in time, so on the fielder's choice, Kreitzer will drive in his second run of the contest. But the Monarchs still have runners in the corners, and they add an 8th run of the contest as for Carson Jacobs will come to the plates. Following the fielder's choice, that'll bring up Carson Jacobs. Kreitzer off and running towards second, and that pitch bounced up there. Chitty's able to keep it in front of him. But Kreitzer is in second with his second stolen base, and Jacobs ahead here in the count. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 down in the inning. Monarchs 2 across, now lead 9-0. Have runners at second and third, and Jacobs pulls the ball on the left side that's caught by the third baseman, Aris Smith. He'll go to the bag and make 1, and now Dinkel's got it a run down here on the third base line, and Beloit will chase him to the bag, and Hudson Smith will get the tag, and so that will be a runner out at third on the rundown, and now Jacobs, who advanced to second, is out. So on that, Jacobs went to second on the rundown, and Eston Brown will come to the plate. So out at third there was Kreitzer, and now runners at second and third here with 2 down, or make it Kreitzer safe rather. At the base, it was Tyson Dinkel who's out. And the first pitch is called a ball. As Eston Brown has been on base a couple of times, had a double that scored a run. And Aaron stole a base his last plate appearance. And here's a chopper on the left side. Aerosmith with the field, and the throw over in time, but the Monarchs do play 2 more in the inning and lead now 9-0 as we head to the top of the 4th on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
For choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly. We can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
This is Eagle TV.
Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Adams Brown Bear and Ball, High Plains Roofing, Redeemed Design, Classic Quality Body Shop, Hertz Rent-A-Car. Also brought to you by Taco Grande, Tiger Burger, Phase 2, Discovery Drilling, Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, Master Cleaners, and Patty Bacon Ride Appraising, and our community, Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's the first pitch to Hudson Smith from Colby Dreiling is in there for a strike. Smith, the leadoff hitter. Waits on the 0-1. He'll chop this to the left side past the diving Brown as Eston got a glove on it as it goes into left field. And now a throw for the shortstop. Kreitzer to second, and he is out on a good play by the Monarchs second baseman Mason Robbins. And Brady Kreitzer with a strong throw from foul territory in left field, as he was able to make a great throw and a good hustle to back up the Monarchs third baseman Eston Brown, and then a great throw and a good tag gets the runner trying to go to second. And there's one down in the inning as Dreiling delivers on a first pitch that misses high to Grant Aerosmith, the third baseman. And it's the first hit surrender to the ball game by Dreiling as Aerosmith will pop this one out of play. But a fantastic play on the backup effort by Kreitzer to throw out the runner going to second. And this pitch is swung on and missed, and now it's a ball and 2 strikes to Grant Aerosmith. He comes in leading the team with a .477 batting average and waits on the 1-2 that is chopped to the left side but foul. And the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Monarchs lead 9-0. Played it 4 in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the third. Dreiling will come set and deliver on a pitch that is fouled out of play, and it still remains a ball and 2 strikes. Beloit got their first base runner as this one breaks behind the hitter Aerosmith, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. First base runner of the ball game came back in the second inning on a walk, as this will be a line drive into center. Jacobs with a diving effort, but he has a pop out of his gloves. Center fielder Carson Jacobs nearly made a spectacular diving play, trying to dive and make the catch on the way in. Instead, it pops out of his glove for a 1-out single. Almost saw back-to-back fantastic defensive plays for the Monarchs as that one just popped out of the glove of Jacobs, and so a 1-out single. Back-to-back singles now for the Trojans against the Monarch starter Colby Dreiling, but the leadoff hitter Hudson Smith was erased on the great play by Kreitzer, and now here's a ball popped out of play over the press box behind home plate. Monarchs on top here in the third, leading 9-0. Trying to advance to Wednesday's semifinals. There's a ball that is pulled on the right side under the glove of Atherton. Robbins is able to field, and a good job covering by Dreiling as he'll get to the base in time and tag first base. Mason Robbins with a great play ranging to his left was able to field that right where Atherton, the first baseman, normally lines up, and then a good job hustling to cover at first for Dreiling. And there are 2 down in the inning on a great hustle play. So that goes 4-1 on Robbins at second, covering behind the base, behind the first baseman Atherton, and now Dreiling bounces a pitch up there that'll allow the runner to advance to third on the wild pitch. Aerosmith went to second on the fielder's choice and then goes to third on the ball that was bounced up there by Dreiling as he falls behind a ball and no strikes. Made a great play over there covering first, and maybe a little bit of that adrenaline still hanging around as this pitch is pulled foul by Schaefer down the third base line. And so the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Walker Schaefer got the start on the mound, but lasted just an inning and a couple. And the pitch from Dreiling is going to be pulled into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and that will score a run. And a good job hustling over by Carlin to cut that off and keep the runner Schaefer at first. And it's an RBI single for Walker Schaefer, and now on 3 hits in the inning, Beloit has scored their first run of the contest to make it 9-1, and that's going to do it for the Monarch starter, Colby Dreiling. So Coach Aaron Bright will go to a new pitcher. We'll tell you about the new pitcher after this as we take an Eagle Communications pitch or a timeout for our pitching change here on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Shorman, President and CEO of Eagle Communications, a 100% employee-owned company. I'd like to personally thank you for selecting Eagle for your internet, television, and telephone service. By choosing Eagle, you're choosing to keep your dollars local with a company that reinvests back in your community. Let's make this a great year for your community. Check us out at eaglecom.net. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
This is Eagle TV.
9-1. On the top of this 4th inning, new pitcher for the Monarchs will be Carson Jacobs, as Carson will come in from center, and Carson will make appearance number 10 on the season. It is his 2nd relief appearance of the year. He comes in with a 4-1 record in 31 1/3 innings. He's given up 11 earned runs, 22 total runs on 19 hits. He has 46 strikeouts in 31 1/3 innings to go along with his 26 walks. And again at 4-1, so we'll get you the changes here for the Monarchs as Carson Jacobs is on to do the pitching. He'll face Braxton Eilert. Hunter Prohaska waiting in the on-deck circle, but there are 2 down. It's Jacobs' first pitch. This is a little bit low and outside. So Monarchs, Jacobs on in relief. Colby Dreiling will go to third. Eston Brown goes to second. And now here's a ball flared into the right center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. And Mason Robbins out there on right with a good strike back into the third base bag to hold the runners at first and second. And so a 2-out single, back-to-back 2-out singles, and 4 of the 5 men here in the inning have singled for Beloit as the Monarchs lead 9-1 for Hunter Prohaska. I mentioned Mason Robbins. He goes to right field. Tyson Dinkle goes to left, and Carlin goes to center as Jacobs will miss inside on this offering, and he falls behind Hunter Prohaska. Now 1 ball and no strikes. Jacobs pitched in that doubleheader against Colby, and with runners at first and second, pumps in a good fastball that's in there for a strike, and it evens the count at a ball and a strike. 4 hits all in this inning for Beloit. They've tallied 1 run so far as Jacobs misses on a breaking ball. And so it's 2 balls and a strike. In that matchup with Colby in game 2 of the doubleheader, Carson was a tough luck loser as he bounces a pitch up there. It'll get away from the catcher, Wentling, and he has no play as the runners will advance now to second and third. Runners now in scoring possession, or scoring position after the wild pitch by Jacobs. Carson has struggled with wild pitches as of late as he pumps in a pitch that's in there for a fastball, and it runs the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Carson on the year has 9 wild pitches, make it 10, but they've all came in his last 6 appearances. Here's a ball chopped to the left side. Kreitzer deep in the holes, able to field it, but he has no throws. Runner Prohaska got down the line in a hurry, and that's the second run across here for Beloit. That's 9-2, still 2 down in the inning, and runners at the corners after Prohaska has the infield single that'll score a run. And that'll bring up Dalton Chitty, the catcher. The top half here, the 4th inning. A couple of runners across here for Beloit. And now the ball gets away from Wentling to the backstop, and a tag is made by Jacobs covering home. The runner did not slide. Eiler did not slide coming into home, and Jacobs got the tag. Good hustle by Wentling. If Eiler slides, he's safe, and that's what the Beloit coaching staff is telling him as he makes his way back to the dugout. So a break and a good play by the Monarchs catcher, Jason Wentling, and the pitcher, Carson Jacobs, covering as Wentling hustled to get that ball, and then Jacobs got the tag. So a couple of runs across on 5 hits. It's 9-2 Monarchs with the lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
For choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything, so can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
This is Eagle TV.
Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Eagle Communications, our community connected. Also brought to you in part by Classic Quality Body Shop. So Monarchs leading as we head to the bottom of the 4th, 9-2. We do have a TMP softball update. No scores. They announced just a moment ago. between the Monarchs and Plainville Stockton. That in the third inning is the first pitch to Colby Dreiling, and misses a little bit inside, and so it's 1-0. Monarchs have scored 4 in their half of the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third. And now a pitch, a little miss inside. Beloit's able to get 2 in their half of the fourth, though, and cut the deficit to 9-2. Dreiling's ahead here by the counts of 2-0. And Eilert's able to drop in a pitch that makes it 2 balls and a strike. Eilert's just his second relief appearance. And the 2-1 is inside to make it 3-1. You have to go all the way back to his first appearance of the year, in which he went 2 2/3 in a matchup with Concordia. That was his last relief appearance, as Colby Dreiling will foul this one back and out of play. And it's full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes with the Monarchs' 7 and 8 hitters. Atherton and Robbins waiting the on-deck circle. Outside of the one game, this is going to be a ball hit to left field, the hand down for a base hit. As Bean couldn't quite haul it in, Colby Dreiling's got himself a leadoff hit for the Monarchs. See how they
Takes that one to the wall.
score that one in left field, as the left fielder Bean got twisted around, and it will be a leadoff double for Colby Dreiling, as Ethan Atherton will come to the plate. Atherton has that RBI single back in the first inning, rounded out to the shortstop in his second plate appearance, as the ball gets away from Chitty behind home plate. Not sure if that hit the home plate umpire, who takes a nice long walk around home plate and is ready to go again. It's hard to say for Schaefer. Outside of one game against Southeast to Saline, he has allowed at least 1 run in every appearance so far. And now the ball gets away from the pitcher. A very good throw by Chitty back to his battery mate Eilert. Eilert had no shot at that one, but luckily Hudson Smith was backing up, or the Monarchs could have advanced on that run. Instead, it's still a runner out there at second after the double by Dreiling, and the 2-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Schaefer, in fact, in that matchup with Southeast to Saline just a couple of outings ago, went 7 strong, gave up no runs on 4 hits, but he is responsible for the brunt of the Monarchs' run so far on this one. Meanwhile, Eilert's was against game 2 against Southeast to Saline, which he did not give up a run. And Atherton, after a 2-2 pitch, it'll be grounded on the left side. They'll go to third and get the tag of Dreiling trying to go to third, and he is tagged out by Aerosmith. And on the fielder's choice, Atherton on there at first, but there's 1 down now in the inning, as Hudson Smith went to Aerosmith over there at third. And that'll bring up Mason Robbins. And the first pitch drops in there for a strike to Robbins. Trojans come in at 7-9 on the season, but haven't played in a couple of weeks thanks to Mother Nature. Here's a ball pulled to the left side. Shortstop Smith to the bag for second for 1, and then on to first, not in time, as it pulls Valley off of first, and then Mason Robbins got tangled up with Valley and hit the deck, but he pops back up on the fielder's choice. There are 2 down in the inning.
2 outs.
And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Noah Gibson. Gibson walked and scored back in the third. Also popped out on the infield to the second, shortstop on the first. Here's a ball that is poked to the right side. Long run, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Right fielder Prohaska had no chance to get it. That's going to score a run as the throw is not in time. And coming in to score on the RBI double is Mason Robbins, and the Monarchs scratch a 10th run across as Robbins with a headfirst dive at home comes in to score. And Noah Gibson with his first RBI base hit of the ball game. It goes down as an RBI double. And the Monarchs push across their 10th run to lead 10-2. And back to the top of the order. And Tyson Dinkle. And that was Mason Robbins who comes in and scores. He scored twice in the ball game. And the first pitch to Dinkle misses a little bit wide. So the Monarchs scored 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, and now 1 here in the fourth to lead 10-2 on 9 hits. And they do have Gibson out there at third here with 2 down. And Dinkle will pop this one up. Right side, second baseman Del Seitz make it. Schaefer will make the play. And in the Monarchs half of the fourth, they get a run across and lead now 10-2 as we head to the top of the fifth on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Shorman, President and CEO of Eagle Communications, a 100% employee-owned company. I'd like to personally thank you for selecting Eagle for your internet, television, and telephone service. By choosing Eagle, you're choosing to keep your dollars local with a company that reinvests back in your community. Let's make this a great year for your community. Check us out at eaglecom.net. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
This is Eagle TV.
And we're through 4 total innings. TMP Baseball on top of the Beloit by the score of 10-2 as we welcome you back in on our Monarch Sports Network.
Catcher will come back for his appearance at the plate.
As it'll be Dalton Chitty to lead it off. He was at the plates when the Monarchs got that great defensive play by Whitling and the pitcher Jacobs covering to get the runner out at home. And the first offering from Jacobs is a little bit high to Dalton Chitty, who popped out to Kreitzer, the shortstop, in his first plate appearance. So he's 0 for 1 as Jacobs, this is a little bit low, and it runs the count, rather 2 balls and no strikes. Chitty came in hitting .222 on the spring. There's a strike at a 2-0 from Carson Jacobs. He came in relief of Colby Dreiling back in that 4th inning, and now Jacobs misses inside, and it's 3-1 with Bean and Vale Valley due up here in the inning, and chasing a pitch that was low to make it 3 balls and 2 strikes was Chitty. He helped out Jacobs chasing what would have been ball 4. So here's the 3-2 from Jacobs. Long look in, and the pitch hit him on the head. Tried to duck out of the way, but instead it'll be a free pass for Chitty.
Actually hit by pitch for Dalton.
First hit batter of the ball game for the Monarchs pitchers. And that'll bring up Braden Bean, the left fielder. Monarchs with that 10-2 lead. But back in the 4th inning, Beloit was able to score a couple of runs as Jacobs misses on the first offering to Braden Bean. being grounded out to the second baseman, Mason Robbins, back in that second, make it back in the third inning. So he'll foul this one to the right side toward that Beloit dugout down the first base line. And it evens the count here to ball and a strike. And then Jacobs with a wild pitch all the way to the backstop, and going to second is Chitty. Started to say earlier, Carson has struggled with that wild pitch. He's got 2 more here today. Gives him 11 on the year. He did not have any in his first 4 appearances. So in his last 6 appearances, here's a line drive that is going to be foul down that first base line. And it evens the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bean hitting .275 coming into today. Runner out there at second. Jacobs to the plate, and a pitch that missed low and runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff man on is Chitty, the number 7 hitter, thanks to a hit by pitch. And now here's the 3-2 that is fouled back to the screen. Just getting a piece of it was Braden Bean to stay alive. With Valley waiting in the on-deck circle. And then back to the top of the order for the Trojans. And here's the ball fouled. Jumping out of the way, the first base coach for the Trojans down there in that first base box. So the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bean with a runner out there at second with another foul ball to the backstop. And it moves the count still rather at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Had a ball, needed to get a ball from one of the Beloit players, and now we're back at it. And another ball fouled back and out of play. This one again down that first base line and out of play. And so again, the home plate umpire will go to the on-deck circle for Trojans and get a handful of baseballs, and we're ready to go. Runner out there at second is Dalton Chitty. He was hit by a pitch, then went to second on the wild pitch. Here's the 3-2. This is fouled to the right side. Good at bat here. Just staying alive for Braden Bean. He's just fouling pitches off, just trying to get a pitch he can hit here against the Monarch pitcher Carson Jacobs, who's in relief, working in his second inning of work. He'll come set on the 3-2, and another foul ball at home plate. Count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here in the top half of the 5th inning, Monarchs lead 9-2. Beloit, though, threatening here with nobody out, so now Jacobs hit him. Great at bat. Results in a runner on as Bean, again, earned it the hard way. It's the second Trojan who's been hit in the contest. Monarchs have had their fair share of hit batters as well. Jace Wetling alone has been hit twice. One of those, by the way, did score a run. And up to the number 9 hitter, Kyler Valley, first baseman. 243, struck out swinging in his only plate appearance of the ballgame so far. And Jacobs, this is a little bit low here on this offering to Valley. Runners at first and second after back-to-back hit by pitches. Start out the 5th, and there's a fastball that's pumped in there for a strike. And Jacobs needs that to try and battle back here. Even the count of a ball and a strike. And another pitch that's in there for a strike, and Jacobs ahead here, a ball and 2 strikes. That was a 12-pitch at bat before getting hit by a pitch. Here's a chopper left side. Dreiling, the third baseman, will go to first and get the sure outs. But the runners to advance to second and third on the fielder's choice.
Number 20, Hudson Smith.
And now back around to the top of the order for Hudson Smith, but 2 runners in scoring position for Smith as the Monarchs able to get the 1 run on the slow chopper to the left side. And now Jacobs with Smith waiting on the first pitch, needs to bear down, and he missed high and in tight. So Carson's struggling a little bit with command as he's already hit a couple of batters. He's done that 3 times on the season now, has 7 hit batters. Here's a ball popped up on the right side in foul territory. The first baseman, Atherton, long run, and he can't haul it in. Had a good look at it, trying to circle it along that warning track, but couldn't haul it in. On a break for the Trojans. Monarchs leading 10-2 here on the top of the 5th. 1 down. And the 1-1 is going to be lined and over the top of the second baseman, Robbins. That'll score 1. As a runner, Chitty comes in to score, and now runners at the corners. And it's 10-3 on the run-scoring single for Hudson Smith. Smith will drive in a run, and that'll bring up Grant Aerosmith now with runners at the corners and 1 down here in the inning. So the play in foul territory for Atherton. If he hauls that in, that would have changed, really helped out the Monarchs. As for a moment, squared around a bunt was Aerosmith, but he pulls it back. And Jacobs missed wide. And he falls behind Aerosmith, the ball and no strikes. He's got a single and a run scored. Also lined out again, squares to bunt. Wentling will throw it down to second. Went over the top of the shortstop Kreitzer covering, but Eston Brown was backing up at second. So stolen base puts runners at second and third. Hudson Smith with the steal. He's still a lot of bases. He has 19 on the year, and then Jacobs just blows the 1-1 right past him. Now Aerosmith behind here, 1-2. As Jacobs goes back to the windup with runners in second and third and just 1 down. Big tall righty comes set. Here's the 1-2. This is fouled back and right into the crowd above us. That one just snuck over the top of the backstop and nearly came right at our window. Instead, the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Jacobs will come set on the 1-2 offering, and this one misses wide. It evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down here. Hudson Smith out there at second with a huge lead. Jacobs comes set. Here's the 2-2 offering, and he missed wide, and now count is full. Grant Aerosmith already been on base once, as a line out to the second baseman as well, as Jacobs evens the count here. 2 down, or make it 1 down, and Jacobs comes set. Here's the 3-2 pitch that is going to be chopped foul off the left side. Aerosmith was out in front of it, and he pulled it foul down the third base line. Be the 7th, make it the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Jacobs has labored a little bit since he came in relief back in that 4th inning. And now with the 3-2 again with 1 down, and he lost him, ball 4, so the bases are going to be loaded. As Aerosmith will earn the walk. And that'll bring up Dalton Delzite, the center fielder, but not before Coach Aaron Bright makes his way to the mound in the center of the diamond. That's going to be it for Carson Jacobs. We'll take the Eagle Communications pitching change. Come back, tell you about our new Monarch pitcher after this on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
For choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
This is Eagle TV.
Shortstop taking his place will be Mason
Monarchs, a new pitcher will be Brady Kreitzer. And so we'll get you the changes here in a moment as Delzite will come to the plate. With one down, the bases are loaded here in this top of the fifth. Monarchs lead at 10-3, but the Trojans are threatening with Delzite coming to the plate, and again we'll face Kreitzer, who is the third Monarch pitcher of the day, and he delivers on a first pitch that's in there for a strike to Dalton Delzite. Delzite 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a pop out, and he swings through an 0-1 offering, and so Kreitzer ahead here, no balls and 2 strikes. Mason Robbins will come in from the outfield and go to the shortstop position. We'll tell you about the changes. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's a 1 down. Make it 2 down in the inning on the first strikeout of the ball game for Kreitzer, who comes in relief of Jacobs here in this 5th inning. And so 2 down now in the inning. That'll bring up the number 4 hitter, Walker Schaefer, for the Trojans. Bases loaded. Kreitzer on a good breaking ball that's in there for a strike. I mentioned Robbins, who had been out in right field. He'll come back to the infield. He'll be in the shortstop position while Carson Jacobs goes back to center field, and Kreitzer's pitch in there for a strike. And so Eddie Kreitzer ahead here, no balls and 2 strikes. This Kreitzer, who comes in with a 1-1 record and misses high on this one. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 1-1 record for Kreitzer with a 5.88 ERA. So comes set, and here's a little blooper on the infield. Long run for Robbins. Will field it cleanly. Good throw and a great stretch by Atherton at first to get the runner at first. Good play by the infield of the Monarchs as they are able to force the Trojans to leave them loaded. They do get 1 in the inning, 10-3. Monarchs with the lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Shorman, President and CEO of Eagle Communications, a 100% employee-owned company. I'd like to personally thank you for selecting Eagle for your internet, television, and telephone service. By choosing Eagle, you're choosing to keep your dollars local with a company that reinvests back in your community. Let's make this a great year for your community. Check us out at eaglecom.net. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
This is Eagle TV.
Welcome back in to the TMP Sports Complex. And we welcome you back in here to the TMP Sports Complex. Jonathan Swigert back with you as the Monarchs baseball team is on top of the Beloit Trojans 10-3 as we go to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Monarchs will have Jace Whitling to lead it off. Brady Kreitzer due up next. And after that will be Carson Jacobs as the first pitch to Whitling. Misses away. Jace has been hit by a pitch twice, including last time with the bases loaded. So he watches an off-speed pitch that drops in there for a strike. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Back in the second, he came in to score and has scored a pair of runs. In fact, had a single back in that first inning, stole a base and scored a run. As the pitch from Eilert misses wide, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So Eilert came in that second inning and remains out there in relief, and now Whitling will pull this one deep to the right center field gap. Long run, and it'll get down for a base hit. Delzite called off the right fielder, and that's going to drop in. That'll be an error on a miscommunication in the infield. Whitling popped that one up to deep right center field, and Delzite called off Prohaska. And so a leadoff man on for the Monarchs here in the bottom of that fifth inning. Center fielder Delzite called off the right fielder. So an error on the center fielder will allow Monarchs to get their leadoff man on as Kreitzer will come to the plate here. And the first pitch is called a ball. Kreitzer singled, scored a run, stole a base back in the second, and now that pitch is in there for a strike, and it evens the count at a ball and a strike. In fact, Brady has a pair of stolen bases in this one. Give him 13 on the season. He's 13 of 16 in stolen base attempts, and now the Eilert misses wide, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Monarchs get their leadoff man on following the error by the center fielder. Now Kreitzer with a runner in scoring position. Will pop this one up into center field. Long run and into the left center field. Make it the left center field gap. Making the catch is Delzite, but advancing on the sacrifice will be Whitling. So he'll go to third on the fly out, and there's 1 down in the inning. As Carson Jacobs will come to the plate. Jacobs in this one so far had an RBI double and scored a run in the first. And reached on a fielder's choice back in the third. So 1 for 3 with that double. RBI and a run scored. Whitling's on at third. And first pitch is a breaking ball that drops in there for strike number 1. With 1 out here in the fifth inning. Monarchs lead 10-3. And another pitch that is inside that Jacobs is able to lean out of the way of, and it's even now at a ball and a strike. And a breaking ball misses high. And it is 2-1 to the Monarch junior Carson Jacobs. Did not just have it on the mound today. Struggled with his command, and now a pitch that drops in there. Another breaking ball that evens the count here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A scoreboard update for you here in just a moment. As Jacobs will fly this one to right field. Second baseman Schaefer ranges just onto the outfield to make the play. And so 2 down with the runner still at third, and Eston Brown will come to the plate. In softball, Hoisington leading 4-0 in their 3A matchup. They're trying to advance to the matchup tomorrow in the semifinals between the winner of TMP and Plainville Stockton. As Eston Brown will come to the plate with 2 down here. And the first pitch is going to bounce away from the catcher, and that will allow Whitling to come in and score. And so the Monarchs' lead is now 11-3. As the wild pitch will result in a Monarch run. And they lead now 11-3. And here's a chopper on the left side. Hudson Smith, the shortstop, with a good job to field it behind hole or deep in that hole, but the third baseman, or the first baseman, couldn't quite keep a foot on the bag, and it's going to be safe. They made a change. That's actually Owen Eilert over there at first, and so on the play, the Monarchs are going to get a leadoff runner on, and now going to second on the swing attempt by Dreiling is Eston Brown. So Brown will steal second. It's his second stolen base of the contest. And Dreiling will pull this one down the left side, and going to call that foul at third. Was awful close to being fair down that line. Real quickly, Monarchs' Cameron Rosine is going to finish first at the Monarch 3A Regional. That was at Lake Barton in Great Bend. It's technically the Hoisington 3A Golf Regional. First pitch to the Monarchs. Dreiling, here's a pitch that was called a ball, and now on a strike 3 swinging. Dreiling's going to hustle down to first, and then Eston Brown on the strikeout goes to first. So on the drop strike 3, Dreiling will make his way down to first, and that allows Eston Brown to go to third. Runners at the corners for Ethan Atherton as Dreiling will take second with no throw down. Monarchs leading 11-3 here in the 5th inning. Atherton swings through a 1-0 pitch that evens the count here at a ball and a strike. Try and get you Monarchs scoreboard update, or Monarch softball updates here before too long, as Atherton's going to hit a ball into center field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run will score, and Dreiling slides in safely. The ball got away behind home plate, and Atherton, who has a 2-run single, will go to second. And so the Monarchs will take home the run rule victory, as they will win by 10 here in 5 innings on the 2-run single for Ethan Atherton. And so the Monarchs lead here and now go on to win by the final of 13-3, thanks to a 2-run single by Ethan Atherton, as it scored both Eston Brown. And then coming in to score was Dreiling with a good hustle from second to give the Monarchs the run rule victory. So they win 13-3 in 5 innings. They'll get 13 runs on 11 hits, no errors. Meanwhile, Beloit will score 3 runs on 6 hits, and they committed 3 errors in the contest. So the Monarchs are going to come away with win number 15 on the season. A win on the mound will go to Colby Dreiling, as he'll go 3 2/3. It gives up 2 runs, 3 hits. He struck out 1 and walked 1. Walker Schaefer the loss. He gives up 6 runs, all of them earned on 5 hits. He goes just an inning of work. Monarchs get 3 RBIs from Ethan Atherton, who has himself quite a day today. He finishes 2 for 4 with 3 runs driven in. And for Atherton today, that 3 RBIs matches a season high for him. Brady Kreitzer drove in 2 runs as well as the Monarchs win by the final of 13-3 in 10 innings. They pick up their 15th win of the season to move to 15-4. Meanwhile, Beloit will finish their year at 7-9. Quick scoreboard update before we go. They are tied at 3 over at the TMP softball complex. That was getting late in the ball game, but they were tied at 3 over there. Monarchs trying to advance to tomorrow's semifinals. Meanwhile, the TMP baseball team has punched their ticket to the semifinals, which will be played in Concordia as they win by the final of 13-3 in 5 innings over the Beloit Trojans on the Monarch Sports Network, serviced by Dave's Auto Repair.